So here I have my Apple MagSafe battery pack. Let's just slap it on the case right there and let's see, will it pop up? Yes, it will. Hey Warenoticers, Shane here, and welcome to another video on the Warenotice Technology YouTube channel. If you're new here, definitely take a moment to consider subscribing so you don't miss out on all my other awesome technology videos about things like smartwatches, smartphones, tech accessories, cases, computers, tablets, and really just so much more. But anyway, folks, in this video, we're going to be unboxing this guy right here, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case for none other than my iPhone 12 Pro Max right here. So without further ado, let's get to getting this case, which is MagSafe compatible, out of the box. Here we go. So folks, here we are up close and personal with this box, and I will say it's kind of a boring box. It just says Spigen up here. It's got their logo. It's got a really tiny picture of the case. It's weird it isn't bigger. And over here it says important, remove A and B protection films. So I guess you gotta take some films off the case before you use it, but we gotta remember to do that. Over here on the back, it's just got a lot of tiny words, and yeah, pretty boring box. So let's just get it open and start checking out that case. So we can pop it open up here, and then we can just pull the case out right here. And let's see, do we have anything else in the box? Looks like we might have some paperwork right here, and here it is. Once again, it says important, please start from step 1. Starting from a different step can lead to scratches on the product. So that sounds intimidating. Let's make sure we do that right. Anyway, let's pull the case out right here, and it looks like it came right here with an advertisement for another Spigen product, a gallium nitride charger right there, okay. But now let's focus on taking this protective film off. So I've never seen something quite like this where there's specific instructions on how to take the film off so you don't scratch it, but we can follow it correctly. So step 1, it wants you to take it off on the inside. It looks like little MagSafe circle. So okay, we can take this off right here, voila. And then step 2, it wants you to take this inside one off. Okay, we can peel this off right here, just like that. And let's see, peel, 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 and then voila. And then over here, I want you to turn it around and go on the outside and peel this film off, okay? So I don't know why you have to do that in a specific order, but I guess you do. So here we go. Now we've got the case all nice and naked right here. We can put this to the side, and let's take a closer look at the case itself. So right here, as you can see, we got the MagSafe magnetic ring right here. We've got a cutout for the cameras. Over here on the bottom, we have cutouts for the speaker grills as well as for the lightning port. Over here on this side, we have the volume buttons as well as a mute switch cutout. And over here on this side, we have the side button itself. And it looks like it's labeled PWR, so power, that makes sense. And is there any silly labeling on the volume buttons? Yes, there is. There's a plus and a minus, makes sense there as well. I am also noticing, this is pretty interesting right here, some sort of raised edges right here in this corner right here on the back, as well as this corner right here and this corner right here, as well as a raised camera cutout right there. So I guess you can put this flat down on there and it will be sort of even. It won't flop around because the corners are raised in addition to the camera bump. So that is pretty interesting. Anyway, now one more thing before we get this case on my iPhone. I actually want to compare it side by side right here with this guy. This is Apple's very own clear MagSafe case. So now remember, Apple right here on the right, Spigen right here on the left. And now one thing that I find very interesting about these two cases is they actually share a price of about $50. So yeah, let's see what is different about them though, since the price is similar. First thing I'm noticing though is they both have writing on the inside of the MagSafe magnets right here. Apple seems a bit thicker than Spigen's, and also Apple has a whiter background right there on those magnets. We will also notice that the camera cutout seems to have a thicker sort of line around it on the Spigen versus a slimmer one on the Apple, and a major difference down here actually occurs. So on Apple, on the bottom of the case, there is a giant cutout, just a huge cutout, whereas on the Spigen, there's individual cutouts for the speaker grills and the lightning port. So that is probably the biggest difference between these cases. Another thing you will notice is, again, we still got the Apple over here on the right, Spigen over here on the left. Let's see. The Spigen actually has those raised corners on the back that I was talking about earlier. Apple does not have those. Also, another difference is the Spigen has bigger volume buttons over here. They're like these giant rectangles, whereas Apple's over here is just these like tiny little ovals. Spigen's are also labeled with plus and minus. Apple's are not. Apple also has a smaller mute switch cutout than on Spigen. And if we come over here, flip them over to the other side, you'll notice once again, Spigen's got a labeled power button, whereas Apple does not. And Apple's is, just like on the volume button, smaller, whereas Spigen's is a giant rectangle. Another difference too that I just noticed is Spigen has these sort of little squares in all the different corners of its case, whereas Apple's does not. And Spigen also has some writing on the top of the case right here that says air cushion technology, whereas Apple's does not. So that's weird that they have to label the air cushion technology, but I guess that's what those squares are, so it's good to know, because I was actually wondering, why are there squares in the corners? Because Apple does not have that. So yeah, very similar cases right here. Anyway, let's get the Spigen on my iPhone. So iPhone 12 Pro Max right here, Spigen case right here, and let's just pop it right in just like that. And oh yeah, here we go. So first impression, it definitely feels slim on my iPhone. Doesn't add much weight to it at all. I was also thinking when I was holding the box itself was also extremely lightweight, so that was a good preview, obviously, of how lightweight the case right here would be. And yeah, it's got a very nice, smooth feeling to it, if I do say so myself. And it's interesting, I'm not really noticing like any fingerprints on it as I keep touching it right here. So I don't know how long that'll last for, because I know my Apple Clear case right here kind of gets like covered in fingerprints, so that is pretty cool. And another thing I will notice though is it does look a bit weird how the power button is labeled right there. If I was designing this case, I probably wouldn't have labeled it. And there's also sort of like a oval shape inside the power button that also looks a bit weird. That might be more that air cushion technology that is in the corners on this case. But yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good in the hand right here. But now one thing that I definitely want to test out is that MagSafe compatibility. Now, obviously this being a clear case, we can clearly see the magnets in the case right here, so we know it exists, but I still want to try it out anyway. So here I have my Apple MagSafe battery pack. Let's just slap it on the case right there, and let's see, will it pop up? Yes, it will. Now it is charging, so that clearly works right there. Oh yeah. Also, we can do a little jiggle test and see if the battery pack right here moves around very much. It definitely seems pretty solid on there. It doesn't seem like it's moving when I'm just kind of lightly, maybe a little force right there, tapping it. So that is definitely good. And now I think I'm actually going to pop this case right off of my phone and pop the Apple Clear MagSafe case on. Ooh, this kind of is hard to get off right here, to see which one I like more. And right now, first impression, I'm not really sure which I would pick, because they are, once again, both pretty much the same price, but I don't really know. I mean, I've been using the Apple one. I probably would rather go with an Apple just because of the brand in general. But this case right here still feels very nice in the hand if I can get it off. And one thing I will note, if you're trying to decide between them, is this probably does have more protection, because it does have those raised back on the corners of the case, and it also has a more protection on the bottom instead of a massive cutout. So let's see, we can just grab the Apple Clear MagSafe case right here and see if we can feel a difference. I don't really know. I mean, I guess this does feel simpler in the hand because it's just a lot of flat edges. And, you know, I guess I'd probably stick with this just because, once again, it is Apple, so they actually make the phone. And it does feel simpler. But if you are looking for more protection, you probably want the Spigen because it does cover the bottom more. And, you know, it does have those raised corners and that apparently air cushion technology that it likes to brag about. But for me, I think I would just stick with the Apple right here. It's nice, clean, minimalist, and by the actual company that makes the phone. And I mean, yeah, now I got the Spigen case right here back on my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and there's not really much more to say about it. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this case, and if you'd rather have it or the Apple Clear MagSafe case right here. I do read all the comments, by the way, because I just love hearing from you guys. And if you are in the market for an iPhone 12 Pro Max case or MagSafe accessories, like for example, Apple's smart battery pack, I'm gonna have links down in the description into my playlist about each of those different things. So I've got an iPhone 12 Pro Max playlist, and I've got a MagSafe accessories playlist, so definitely be sure to check out some of the videos in those if you're looking for those things. I have a lot of really cool products here on the Warenotice Technology YouTube channel. And also, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to smash that subscribe button and subscribe to the Warenotice Technology YouTube channel for more awesome technology videos just like this one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. Bye.